Now I want to throw back to Tucker Carlson and Dave Portnoy, because they talked about the Trump and Biden age thing, and something surprising came up here.
Like, I thought he should have done the debate.
Yeah.
Like, to me, if you're voting on the president, you want to hear him debate. He's brilliant. He's the best to ever play the political game. So to become president, I think it was the right move not to do it. But for the betterment of the country, I think you should be on the debate.
I kind of agree. I like the debates, personally.
I mean, how else is people going to decide?
The problem is that the news companies that host the debates are so rotten and corrupt, and everybody knows it.
The whole thing's rotten.
The whole thing is rotten and corrupt. Is Biden going to be the nominee?
I don't know. I'm not a political person, but I feel like there's been a shift where internally, maybe the Democrats don't think he can win, and they're setting the stage to do somebody else. I think it's crazy if to be honest, I think both Trump and Biden are too old. I don't think you should be able to be that old and be president. But I think Trump certainly seems
100%
more aware. I think Biden has got some serious dementia issues. Like how that is the president, I don't know. And that's not a Democrat, because I said about both. It's like Mitch, the guy who had the stroke, doing the speech the other day.
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, like what? How are these people running our country? You wouldn't put these people in
I would say in McConnell's, the only
CEO.
defense I would say of Mitch McConnell is McConnell post-stroke is an improvement over McConnell pre-stroke.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh.
There's no companies in the world where I would buy stock where you're having the CEO seemingly at that advanced. It's just only in politics. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's because it's only the world.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal at all. And it's broken. So
I agree 100%. That's the interesting thing about that, right? Like, it's one thing for Dave Portnoy to say, okay, Biden and Trump are both old. The fact that Tucker, who is largely in the Trump camp, of course, right? I think he likes DeSantis too. That's fairly obvious. And they had that sit down right before I went off the grid. That was middle of July, when they did that conference with the Blaze, and Tucker sat down with all of the candidates, and you could see that clearly Tucker liked a lot of what DeSantis was saying. DeSantis, by the way, 45 years old, if I'm not mistaken. But for Tucker to say, I agree 100%, neither one of these guys should be running because they're too old, that's pretty powerful. As Brock said, as we showed you that clip, it's surprising that clip didn't go more viral, because that's Tucker, it's not that he's purely a Trump supporter, as I'm saying, but he is a major mouthpiece for, let's say, the MAGA movement, basically saying, hey, head of MAGA shouldn't even be running. That is pretty powerful.